How to Use Quizlet.com by Julie Morris. Ever found it difficult to study, overwhelmed with books and notes? Well, I'm going to show you an internet site that will make studying easier, mobile, fun, and collaborative. Quizlet.com. Quizlet is basically a flashcard and study games website. It is fun, interactive, and a great way to study all kinds of material. On our tour of Quizlet, we will first show you how to create and manage a free account. Then we will look at some of the million-plus flashcards already in Quizlet ready for you to use. Finally, we will show you how to create your own flashcards, share them with your friends, and use them in new ways to study. First thing you will want to do with Quizlet is to set up an account. It's free, and you must sign up to keep track of study items, flashcards, and study groups. Click Sign Up. You will need to create a username and password as well as give an email and birth date. Once you have logged into your account, user settings are located under Quick Links. Click on My Settings. You can choose not to be noticed online, link with your Facebook account, and do the usual maintenance such as change your password and email accounts. Back on the home page, also under Quick Links, you can invite friends to Quizlet or find out who you know that is already on. This really comes in handy when setting up study groups. If you go to My Dashboard, you can keep track of flashcard sets you have created and what and when you have studied. You can also keep track of your discussions and study groups. Under My Groups, you can create a study group of your peers or join another. Notice the locks. When you create a group, you can choose who you will allow to join and even password protect your group. Okay, so let's look at some of the more than 1 million flashcards already available on Quizlet. Go to Find Flashcards. You can browse by category. Be aware that these flashcards have been created by other users, so sometimes the definition might be slightly different than your own, but generally the meaning is the same. You have Arts and Literature, Languages and Vocabulary, Math and Science, History and Geography, and even flashcards for standardized tests such as the SAT. There are also flashcards for professionals and careers. Finally, let's look at how to make a set of flashcards and what we can do with them. Go to Make Flashcards. You need to title your flashcards, include a subject, and perhaps a description. You can choose who you would like to view your flashcards and who you would like to edit them. Then you want to go to Enter Your Flashcards. You can copy and paste from another source and even use symbols and accents for foreign languages. But mainly you want to type in your term and then the definition. You can also add images. You do this a number of times until you have all of your flashcards created, and then you create the set. We're going to look at one that I've already created. Go back to My Dashboard, and I have created a set for English vocabulary. Now we're going to look at what you can do with your flashcards. You can study them. If you notice, there's the term and the definition.
Connotation, emotional associations of a word.
Quizlet will also read your terms and definitions for you.
Alliteration, repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words that are close together.
Once you feel like you've studied your words, you can practice with them through Learn. This shows you how many cards you have, how many you've gotten incorrect, and how many you've gotten correct. Again, you can have Quizlet speak it,
Emotional associations of a word.
and then you type in your answer.
Emotional associations of a word. Connotation.
We've gotten that one correct. So say you get one incorrect. Oh. Say you get one incorrect. It will go as incorrect. Now if you've gotten it incorrect because of a spelling mistake or something minor, you can also override it. I was right, and it'll go into the correct bucket. So let's look at some other things that we can do. We can take a test with the words. We have written questions, multiple choice, true or false. Check your answers. And then there's some fun games such as scatter. In scatter, the object of the game is to make everything disappear. So you're supposed to drag the words to their definition and they will disappear. Let's see. Oftentimes people will compete to see who can do it in the fastest time. That's one of the things that you can do with your study groups. Go back to your set page. Another game is Space Race, where you have to type in the word before it goes across the screen. Spelling does count. So forth and so on. I hope you've enjoyed our tour of Quizlet and will get to use many of its features. Sometimes we just have to get down to it and study, and with Quizlet, studying is more of an adventure. You can use other users' flashcards, create your own, play study games, and create study groups with friends.